Hello, welcome back to an exciting episode of Little Rapids. Tyler and I are down here at the garden, and we're don't have a lot of time, but we spent a little bit down here running some errands, getting some tasks done. Tyler is currently harvesting some beans so we can plant. So sometimes procrastination, if you have beans from last year and we had them all over this trellis, and you just kind of let them go, and they naturally dry out, and what you have is a bunch of beans for planting. So Tyler is say hi, Tyler.
Hi.
Tyler's collecting the beans, and we're gonna plant them, and we're gonna have so many bean plants, right? Yeah. But I wanted to kind of give you a tour, kind of what else is going on. Yeah, buddy.
Can I show how to get the beans and seal? And so first,
Oh, you want to show everybody? Go ahead.
we'll plant them.
Yeah.
And then the topper drops. I'll say how what they don't put, and don't worry. It will really want that one. Then just put it up.
Mm-hmm.
And after waited.
And be careful not to spill the duck, right?
And make sure and from those top here coming out, but then that one that sits, and don't choose that one, and that's throw it away.
Okay.
And this next one, just in the basket.
Mm-hmm. And make sure the container you put the beans in doesn't have a bunch of holes in the bottom, right?
We'll put them all, but then we'll swipe over then.
How many beans do you think you've gotten so far?
And tail or the beans or down and a flap on the and make all the beans.
Great job, buddy. All right, Daddy's gonna show everybody the garden, okay?
Okay.
Say, even you can do this.
I'm able to do this.
You have to look at the camera.
I'm able to do this.
That's right. Good job. All right. So, like I said, down here at the garden, and I wanted to, I think a lot of videos kind of show you the after cleanup version, but you know, I think we have some possible new subscribers, so work friends, hello. But I wanted to show you what the garden looks like now, because you know, work kind of gets crazy, and then I have a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old, and I do not have sorry for the wind, but I don't have as much time as I would like. So this is what, after I abandoned the garden after last season, it kind of just stays here, and so that's what I want to show you. Warts and all. All right. So this is our strawberry plants, and you can see, you know, the dead plants and then the living plants. These are strawberries. So we're hoping for a lot of strawberries this year, right, buddy? Who likes strawberries?
Me.
That's right. So this whole run is strawberries. Now there's a lot of weeds that I got to come in here and pull, of course. That is definitely something I need to do. I'll show you the weed I hate the most. But so you can see the strawberry plants are just kind of spilling over. I'm kind of letting them do their thing for now, but eventually they'll get chopped. One thing I did do is I planted some peas in here. So I did lima beans and peas, and you can see they're starting to shoot up. So I have them across this row, and eventually, ideally, they grow up this cattle panel. But here are the weeds that I hate the most, because they are rough. Let me know, comment below if you have these. These are These, they just spread and grow. You can see how they kind of taken over this bed. So they're very invasive. They are a pain. So when I clean out this bed, I really have to pay attention and get as much out as possible, but it's a never-ending battle. All right, what else to show you? Oh, asparagus. So we have 3 asparagus beds, and asparagus is awesome because it just comes up every year. I think it will last like 40 years and just keep popping up. So you can see asparagus popping up. Now I really haven't done anything to this bed. I probably should. I just kind of let it go and the asparagus finds its way. You can see here I have a purple asparagus, and then over here we have some more. So that's fun. That's always like the first thing that comes up. Where are you going with that hose?
I'm going.
Okay. All right. What else is coming up? But yeah, asparagus is like one of those first crops of the season. So always excited to get some of that. Always watering the strawberry plants. Good job, buddy. This is horseradish, and this has been here for a couple years. I've never, you know, you always have good intentions, but I have never harvested the horseradish yet. It just always escapes me. So you're gonna have to keep me honest this year. This year we're pulling some, I guess we're not making horseradish, we're growing horseradish and then harvesting it. So keep me honest this year. We definitely need to do that. All right. Everything else, oh, the garlic. I'll show you the garlic, but you can see how weeds just kind of just grow. I just let them go. It kind of helps with ground cover, because what you don't want is just bare soil, bare dirt, because then it just the sun will just zap all the nutrients. So at least this kind of protects it a little bit. And we'll get in here. And what are you doing, buddy? Okay. Kind of protects the soil. All right, up here we have garden row. This is where we're gonna have all our beefsteak tomatoes. But this year I did do something different. In the years past, I've dedicated beds to garlic. And that's been great, but it's kind of a waste of a bed. I wanted to interplant them somewhere. So in the front, in the fall, last fall, I planted garlic. And you can see like some of it's doing really well as we go on down the line. This one, the chrysalis purple, did not come up, but that's okay. That's why you plant a lot of garlic. So that's going strong, which is awesome. Here's kind of a little overview of the garden. Just watering. All right, so let's go continue the tour. What else I want to show you? Years past, I have gotten a bunch of wood chips. I have an awesome tree guy, and it's almost like I can text him and say I need wood chips, and then like it seems like an hour later I have a dump truck full of wood chips in my driveway, and that's been great. The problem is that since I put up this fence, I have a 10-foot high fence all the way around the garden. Since I put that up, it's not easy to get the wood chips into the garden. You know, I could do wheelbarrow loads. I just don't have that time. So I'm going to try something different this year. We're going to weed whack and mow, and I have a push mower that is going to be dedicated to down here. And we're going to see how that works. I don't know. we will see together. All right. So, a lot of cleaning up. This is where all my pepper plants were. And they still are, you know, the stakes are still here. The dead pepper plants. I'm growing lots of weeds. Beautiful grass. I don't want to plant grass in my, grow grass in my flower or my garden beds, but here we are. All right. A greenhouse. So, if you're new, this is a, what size greenhouse is this? 8 by 16 maybe? 8 by 16. Welcome to the greenhouse. I love this greenhouse. This is, I've done without the greenhouse, and then I had one of those cheap like $100 ones you get off of Amazon, and that worked out well. They're just not durable. So this greenhouse is going to be the, this is the third year for the greenhouse, maybe the third year. So it's going strong. These little, they're going to try to make homes in here, so that's going to be a battle. But I brought down my tomato plants earlier today. They're looking a little sad, so pretty much. Yeah, buddy. Well, why don't we get a smaller container to pour them in, okay? Let me find you something. Here. Pour them in here.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so the tomatoes I took out of the basement. You might recognize them. And I brought them in here. And I have found that two things. One, they are going to suffer a little bit. But I believe that just will make them stronger in the end. But two, they really thrive out here compared to the basement. So the concern I always have is temperature. So I have this little heater here that will, I mean, it's nothing crazy, but it does blow heat. They are designed for greenhouses. So I got that going. Don't really need it plugged in yet, so when I get up to the top, I'm going to unplug it. But you can see it's about 70 degrees in here currently. And the greenhouse has these automatic windows, which is pretty neat. I think it's like wax inside. And as the wax heats up, it expands and pushes open these vents, which helps a lot. And yeah, so you know, this is like boot camp for the tomato plants. They are going to go through it the next couple of weeks, but they're going to come out stronger than ever. That's my theory, and it's been working so far. So yeah, we'll have to check back on them. The pepper plants are still in the basement for a couple of reasons. One, pepper plants are not as tolerant or as flexible as tomato plants are. So, and we planted them a little bit early or a little bit later, so they're a little bit younger still. So we're gonna wait another week. Keep checking on the weather forecast. It's gonna dip down in the mid to high 30s a couple days this coming week. So for the tomato plants with the heater on, you know, as long as we stay above as long as we stay in the 40s overnight, you know, not consistently in the 40s, but overnight if it dips down in the 40s, that's cool. Pepper plants or tomato plants, really anything under 50 degrees they don't like, but again, they can deal, and they'll be tougher and stronger in the long run. So other than that, I just got a bunch of different, this is all my stuff, and just kind of threw on the side here. Yeah, this is the greenhouse. Got these lights, these solar lights. Makes it pretty cool in here. If you watch older videos, or you're going back and watching the older videos, I think there's better. You can see them all lit up. It's pretty cool. So that is about it. What else? Groundhog status. So I haven't seen them yet. They live over here, so we'll keep an eye on that. That battle. That's always the war with the groundhogs. But we will be diligent about that. So that's about it. Just want to do a quick video of kind of current state of the garden. Again, this is not going to make the cover of Better Homes and Garden magazine, but I wanted to show the reality of it, because I think a lot of shows, YouTube series, it's almost like they have like professionals come in and maintain the garden for you, and in reality, I'm guessing you don't. So if your garden is in it looks like a debacle like mine, it's all good. The garden does not care what it looks like. As long as it has you tending it, it's going to be all right. So let's go check in with Tyler one last time, and we're going to go up and get something to dinner. Hey buddy, how you doing? Are you planting them? Okay. I can show you better ways to plant them than just throwing them like that, okay? Maybe we'll make a video about it. What do you think? Sound good? All right. Look at the camera and say, "We'll see you later, YouTube."
I'll see you later, YouTube.
Okay. All right, buddy. See you next time.